Dontel Brown,
I'm Kiana Hallaker.
and we're the designers of Generation TYPO. So Generation TYPO was something that we started to really create conversations across all the different generations. It started off as just kind of a passion project and trying to just get people to talk to each other, especially from at work and at home. And it spiraled into fashion somehow. So a couple fashion shows later, and we're here in Paris.
I think the main thing we really are trying to focus on is just bridging the gaps between the generations and sparking conversations between different generations.
When I first started the brand, I honestly had no backing in fashion. I was coming from the tech industry. I had done graphic design as almost a way of creative therapy. And so once we landed on fashion being that kind of conduit into the brand, I started to do these really creative digital mock-ups, had no idea how to actually make anything. And we started sending these off to manufacturers and then learned the process from there. And then things really took off once we added in Kiana's special abilities, which she is an amazing artist. She can do technical illustrations that are just amazing. Actually, just recently started adding in AI implementations to create like photorealistic renders. I'll show you how they turn out. It's next level.
So we took a lot of inspiration for this collection from, the city itself, Paris, France as a whole. We took inspiration from the environment, the atmosphere, the nature of it, the feel of the environment and the atmosphere. And I think that most of all, for this collection, we really took inspiration from our younger selves. Um, we have been dreaming of this moment ever since I was younger. I really have been dreaming of a moment to show in Paris. And so I know that both he and I, as our younger selves, took inspiration from, we took inspiration from our younger selves and we kind of mixed that into the inspiration we took from the environment itself. And we came up with this collection and, we put our heart and soul into it. So we hope that the audience sees that too.
So it's always funny whenever we get into the topic of target audience because when you're building a brand that is bringing two different generations together, it's not the 18 to 25 or the 65 and up. You kind of have to find that middle point to bring everybody together. And I think that's the cool thing about the brand is it shows that no matter what age you are, you can still wear different fashion pieces and express yourself however you want. So our target audience, honestly, is just whoever's open to having the conversation and actually talking about whether it be how they're feeling, what they're wearing, or, deeper conversations as well.
I think lately, this past year, we really set a goal to travel. So traveling has inspired us very much with this collection, with the collection we did in Milan as well. Traveling the world, stepping outside of our comfort zones, and kind of doing what we wouldn't normally do, going kind of against the grain. And again, going back to our younger selves and thinking, what would younger us want for future us?
Yeah.
We think in that way, and that's been a big inspiration, I think, for the both of us, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. I think bringing our family along too, like
Yes.
having the ability to bring our family out of America and into Milan and into Paris has been one of the most inspirational things I think I've ever experienced because you see the joy on their face and they're experiencing different cultures and then you're getting ideas together and it's just amazing. So I think a blend of our younger selves traveling the world and just proving that it's possible without necessarily having that traditional background that you hear all about in the fashion industry. So we're trying to show that's possible. And Three Flying Solo, I feel like is the best platform to do it.
Absolutely. Yes. Never stop chasing your dreams. I think that's a big, big thing for both of us.
Yeah.
We've had these big dreams since we were younger. And through all the, challenges and obstacles, you've got to just keep going and believe in yourself, and also believe in the fact that you have a support system. It's so important to have a support system.
Yeah, I think it's key. And you think you're gonna have a specific type of support system, and then you realize you find one in areas you weren't expecting at all. You start to connect with other creatives. I mean, us coming together is like the perfect blend for the brand that we're trying to build, to where we couldn't do it without each other, and we had no idea that that was going to be the case. And then hearing from people who are experiencing our clothes and our pieces, and they're telling us their story about how they had conversations at home because of a shirt they were wearing,
Yeah.
or because someone asked them, why do you have red lines on your clothes? And they get to tell about why they even purchased a piece. It's just amazing. So understanding support can come from a lot of different areas, and it will come from the places that you aren't expecting. And it's okay, because you have a list of people in your head that you think are going to be there rooting for you, and they might be, but you'll realize that some of them may not show up in the way that you want, and it's okay, because it's making space for those who really want to support you. So
Yeah.
just keep going, and just get started, honestly.
Yeah. And I think also, just to tie this all in, um, with it tying back to flying solo in general, the whole story behind the name as well. It's, we're flying solo, right? We're these emerging designers who are flying solo, but we're coming together as a community, and so it's really important to embrace that community.